Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. It is no wonder Scottish education is failing, and failing badly for those who need it most. It is an absolute chaotic, crisis-driven organisation. Nobody knows what they're doing, from the lowest levels to even the Minister for Education. It's all a mystery. There's not enough teachers. Plenty of teachers there are on temporary contracts. They can't afford to put them on full contracts because the local authorities don't have the cash. That cash, of course, is going to be even tighter come the new year, or the new financial year, when the council tax freeze is cut in, but no further money really is coming from central government. It is awful. The schools are falling apart. The lesson plans are failing. Everything that could possibly go wrong is going wrong, and it must be by design, because the SNP have been told time and time again what will happen if they continually underfund education, and we're already seeing the results of that. A once thriving, vibrant education system is now third world. We'll take a look and see how bad it's got and how bad it's going to get. Here goes. Now, I think this article is being very generous to the SNP, because it's saying that Scottish schools are at breaking point due to SNP neglect, as thousands of teachers are stuck on temporary contracts. I don't believe it's neglect. Neglect is simply ignoring a problem, letting it go, not really caring about it. I think they've made deliberate decisions to ensure that schools fail, to ensure that children are not educated. I think the SNP want an entire generation going forward uneducated, unintelligent, not, sufficiently educated to question what is being done with them. If you can take away their ability to ask questions, then no questions will be asked, and you make a very compliant system, a very compliant population who will do exactly what they're told unquestioningly and without any sort of recourse to ask why. That, I think, is deliberate, and I think they're doing it deliberately, and they know what they're doing. So it isn't neglect, it is deliberate destruction of education. That is a crime against humanity. The Scottish Tories have blasted the Scottish Government, and Jenny Gilruth in particular, for its various failings when it comes to education, pointing to growing classroom violence and a failure to secure staff on long-term deals. The physicality in schools is appalling, and Scottish schools are the worst of all the home nations. The figures show this, and so it is a massive, massive problem. And of course, if you can't afford to put people on permanent contracts and you have them on temporaries, it doesn't engender any kind of faith or loyalty to a school. And why do teachers think, well, you know what, it's a bit rough, I don't think I'll bother, I'll find somewhere else to go and work. And what happens is a lot of the teachers just don't want to work in Scotland. Firstly, as if they can find a placement in the first place. Secondly, if they can find one that offers a permanent job rather than just temporary contracts. And thirdly, they don't want to work anywhere where there's a likelihood of getting a punch in the face, or worse if you're a woman. And so what happens? They all bugger off to England, and then you're left with no teachers in Scotland. And certainly it's going to happen with headmasters now that they are going to get taxed much heavier, thanks to Shona Robinson and her deliberate ploy to drive the middle earners away. Who's going to educate the children? The very worst of teachers, the ones who can't get a job anywhere else? All the best ones are leaving? That's what's happening. And it's deliberate. They do want that ignorance level to increase so nobody can ask questions. Scottish schools are at breaking point due to SNP neglect after it was revealed that thousands of teachers and staff are stuck on temporary contracts. According to figures obtained by the Scottish Tories, about 11,000 school employees have not been given permanent deals. That is just the latest growing issue to hit the education sector, as staff fear escalating classroom violence and morale hits new lows. Well, you're getting it both ends, aren't you? You're making it a harder and worse place to work, and then you're not paying them according to what you should be, and you're not giving them that security of tenure. It's... What do you expect? What do you literally expect from people? This is just the latest growing issue. And the Scottish Government have paused most of its long-awaited reforms to fix education, as it awaits more evidence despite launching numerous consultations. Yet when it's got the answer it doesn't like, it goes, oh, well, we're not sure. Let's have another consultation. Let's have another consultation. Then it always says, well, we can't do anything until we get this consultation. They've had 5 consultations and they're still not doing anything because they've got the 6th consultation. Because every single one says the same thing and they don't like it. They don't like it. You have to abandon what you're doing, go back to the old ways and, you know, basically allow schools to discipline disruptive pupils. Oh no, we can't do that. That's not the modern way. That's not the way forward. Well, the modern way is third world education. That's the modern way, apparently, in Scotland. It was revealed that 5,557 school support staff and 5,453 teachers were employed on temporary contracts as of June 23, although the true figure is likely to be even higher, as one council did not even respond to an FOI request. The Scottish Conservative blast this revelation. Education spokesman Liam Kerr highlighted that the lack of permanent deals would cause major job insecurity for potential employees and will only increase the intolerable strain that teachers and school staff already endure after years of SNP neglect. Do you know it's more or less impossible to exclude a child in a Scottish school? I mean, to the point where these children have beaten teachers and sexually abused teachers and have still not been thrown out. And so this woman, this female teacher, may have to go into a room with a boy who's abused her and still teach him. And she's got no say on the matter. Is it any wonder schools are failing? Anyway, we're talking about him. He claimed that only his party's new deal for teachers would help revive the profession, give teachers and school staff more security, and put an end to this culture of temporary contracts. He added, these startling figures are another example of the SNP's neglect of education, which has pushed Scottish schools to breaking point. I think in many cases beyond breaking point. If you have the opportunity to teach your child at home, or grandchild at home, for many of the older ones, you must seriously look into it. Because the level of education now is so appallingly bad that it is, I would say, it's setting children back so far they may never, ever be able to recover it. And you're making an entire population, an entire generation of children so educationally held back with regards to everyone else in the world. It's a very competitive world. In order to succeed, you need experience and education. And these kids are never going to get it. And they are permanently damaged by the SNP and its terrible education policy. But I suppose SNP voters, that's what you want. You want your ignorant, stupid children to be held back and to have no future, to have no chance in life. You know that because that's why you keep voting for the SNP. Coming up, Scottish education, from world's leader to third world, and nothing sums up the SNP in just about everything it does like that. World leader to third world. And of course, it's almost as though they want it to happen. And I believe they do. They don't want an educated, experienced workforce going out there. They don't want the brightest and the best making a success. They don't want growth, and they don't want to push Scotland, to the forefront. What they want is an uneducated, compliant, drone-like workforce. Pandering to their every need, giving them what they want, unquestioningly giving them what they want, while they sit there and live a rich life off the backs of the people, and hopefully have no one of the people questioning why it is so. Seems to be it. They've been told what will happen, and then knowing what will happen, they've done it anyway. So it is deliberate. Anyway, I shall stop there. Thank you very much for watching. Plenty more videos to come, so do keep up. Do please hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, leave a like, leave a comment. Please share the video. Until next time, stay safe, stay well, and I will speak to you later. Bye.